Every time at mealtime, the prisoner would deliberately drink 20 liters of tap water, holding it in until it became unbearable. Only then would he begin to eat. Once he realized his body had reached its limit, he quickly hid and began exercising. Then, while the warden was making his inspection rounds, he suddenly vomited. The guards quickly dragged the prisoner into the infirmary. But as soon as Jesse lay down, he claimed he had abdominal pain. The orderly did not suspect anything and assigned a janitor to accompany him to the restroom. However, this was exactly what Jesse had planned. As soon as they entered the restroom, the janitor held the door shut, and Jesse retrieved his escape tools. With cover from his accomplice, Jesse quickly pried open the back of the toilet. After crawling into the duct, they reattached the removed metal box. The two followed the passageway and arrived at the woodworking room. At that moment, a lumber transport truck happened to arrive. After calculating the timing, they waited for the driver to leave for the delivery paperwork, lifted the pre-prepared tools, and quickly attached them to the bottom of the truck. Not only could the two hide inside, they could also avoid detection by the guards. When the truck arrived at a gas station, the driver got out to refuel. They quickly opened the wooden panel, climbed out from under the truck, and restored the underside to its original condition. Then the two got into a sports car driven by an accomplice and drove off smoothly. But they were not happy. Instead, they looked anxious. What no one would expect was that the prison break was only the first step of the plan. Their real goal was a car race. They had to reach the scene quickly. Meanwhile, their accomplices in the prison checked the time and began to execute the plan. Soon after, Bearded Guy deliberately spilled milk on the head of a black inmate, successfully provoking him. The scene instantly descended into chaos. All the inmates began fighting, even attacking the guards. Suddenly, a clever guard sensed something was wrong and immediately pressed the alarm button. They tried to seek help from outside, but the warden stopped them. He did not want a prison riot to occur during his tenure. Therefore, he decided to negotiate with the inmates. However, the guards had all been tied up. In the face of the warden's compromise, the inmates not only refused to listen, they also used mustard to block the surveillance cameras, retrieved food trays and aluminum foil, and covered all the windows. The standoff began. Elsewhere, the prisoner had arrived at the racetrack, but he was not there to compete. His real objective was to steal the cash in the underground vault. Because there were so many people during the race and the amount of cash transactions was high, the organizers could only temporarily store the cash in an underground vault through a special transport system and move it after the race, and Deto successfully steal the money. The prisoner devised a perfect plan. He first sent his men to a nearby signal station. With a violent explosion, all the card readers in the stadium suddenly stopped working, and the volume of cash transactions greatly increased. He then disguised himself as a cleaner and entered the basement through the garbage chute. He made his way toward the destination. All the doors along the way had already been unlocked in advance. After successfully regrouping, the prisoner carefully took a white plastic bag, but inside, there were only 2 bleach pens and 2 packs of gummy bears.